Telephone. Hi, Hydrix. Hi, guys. Um, I'm gonna tell you guys a story. I know within the deep parts of my heart that Allie Carter is telling the truth. She is being severely abused online by people. Her family is chasing after her. They happen to be Black Panthers. And now her mom is coming out of the woodworks and saying horrible things about her own daughter. Many of you know that this same thing happened to me. I started speaking about the abuse I've gone through with my mother. And she decided to go online and just tell every unfathomable lie she could, or exaggerated things. Like, for instance, I slept with a 15-year-old when I was 18. No, that's not true. I just turned 17 and he was 16, and we were like just a few months apart from each other. So the catching us having relations is true. Do I regret it? Yeah, but I was very traumatized as a child. Many of you know that I have borderline personality disorder. The only way you can get that disorder is through early childhood trauma. Now, how can someone be diagnosed twice, by the way? One was by the U.S. military when I was in boot camp in boot camp back when I was 17, and the other time was when I was 27, and I tried to unalive myself, and my children were taken into custody of CPS, and I was court ordered to get a mental evaluation, to which I was diagnosed with borderline personality disorder. My first memory, I know now in my heart, had something to do with sexual abuse when I was 3. I was 3 years old, and I remember I was behind a plant and a couch and hiding, and I had no underwear on, and my bottom was wet, and I felt extremely ashamed. I don't know any details before that, but, I've had sex before, so I know how that feels afterwards. And I had those feelings. You know what I mean, ladies. My parents, they always tried to pimp me out to older men. I was never really allowed to be involved in like family events. I usually was shunned away. Always acting like I was some kind of embarrassment to the family. I also had undiagnosed Asperger's, to which my family ignored for years. I didn't speak until I was 4 years old. My mom waterboarded me with beer. She'd hold me upside down and like pour a beer down my face, and I'd suffocate, She's choked me, She's beat the hell out of me. She made my dad beat the hell out of me. And the abuse went to adulthood because I thought it was normal. And had a lot of abuse with partners. When I heard the things that were coming out of Allie Carter's mom's mouth, I was like, oh my God, she's my mom. She has the same mom as mine. You know, a normal mother, a loving mother, a mother who cares for her child would never go on the internet and talk shit about her child on the internet. Okay? And when a child speaks out against their parent, there's a good reason why. Because naturally, parents and kids, they love each other. There's a natural bond there. But when you're dealing with an evil parent, a lot of people, they don't want to believe the child of saying, I was abused. Instead, they'll believe the mother. And a lot of, I'm noticing on the internet, that's the same thing that is happening to Allie Carter. Everyone's sticking up for her biological mother, who got her raped when she was a baby and abused her and neglected her and called her every name imaginable in the just people need to start believing children when they speak out against their parents, because the child's not lying. There's a reason why people speak out against their parents. And a lot of people don't want to understand it because they had good parents. I didn't have a good parent. I don't know how it is to actually have a mom. I don't know nothing about it. Everything I wanted to be, it wasn't good enough for her. You know, every time I tried to do something to improve my life, she'd be like, you're going to fuck this up. You're going to fuck this up. So naturally, I believed that I was going to fuck it up. I wasn't sex trafficked. I was almost sex trafficked a few times, but I wasn't. Thank God. I could have easily been on Epstein Island because I was directly connected to them. My family is a military family, so, and my dad had a really high security clearance, so they tend to pick one child out in military families to MK Ultra them. Usually the ones that have the good hearts and aren't willing to do fucked up shit for other people. I'm not willing to do fucked up shit for people. Never have, never will. So hearing Allie's story, I can relate to all the feelings she has, the broken mind, the DID even, I can relate to because I know I have it. It's not severe, but I do have a side of me, an alter, my protector, and you don't want to be around her when she comes out because she will scare the living daylights out of you. Jason had to face her a few times. My dad had to face her a few times. And it's to protect me from everything I've gone through and all the pain I've gone through and all the isolation I've gone through. My mom was a master manipulator and isolator. She wouldn't let me have friends. There was always something wrong with a friend of mine, someone who cared about me. There was always something wrong with them. So I didn't know how to socialize because of that. I didn't know how to have friendships because of that. And now I'm to the point, because I've been backstabbed so many times by people, because they all assume I'm lying about what I've gone through. Because I guess to normal people, it's not normal, and it's too unbelievable that a mother could hurt her own child. Well, they can, and they will. And people who deny people of the abuse they've gone through, you're part of the problem. You're part of the problem, and you're the reason why children continue to be abused, because you shut them up as adults. You shut them up as an adult. And it's not fair to do that to someone who's suffered so much. So I see Allie Carter's mom, and I see her talk her shit, say she ain't nothing, she ain't ever gonna be nothing. And I'm like, listen, bitch, I know exactly what kind of mother you were, what kind of scummy dirtbag mother you were. And I know exactly how it affected Allie. I know how it affected her. And I know how it caused her to be brutalized the majority of her life. I will never have a normal life because of my mother, what she's done to me. And I certainly know that about Allie. Now she says focus on the children. Yeah, I'm focusing on the children. Because we got to focus on ourselves sometimes, girl. We were children. And we were abused, and we have to live with that through our adulthood, and it never will go away. But I'll tell you something. My mother's dead now, and I'm glad she's dead. I'm glad she's out of my life. I'm glad I don't have to worry about her abusive mentality anymore and her ways to manipulate people to hate me. Her smear campaigns. No good mother goes to trolls on the internet and enjoys a smear campaign against their own child. No mother, no good mother would. A good mother would want to kill these people who's doing this to their child. I don't care what age they are. Mama Bear will come out, claws all ready. You know what I mean? That's what a normal mother would feel like. And all you good mamas out there, you know you'd feel the same. If someone was doing what people do to me and Allie Carter on the internet, wouldn't you stick up for your baby? Yes, you would. But I don't got a mom. Never did have a mom. You know? And it's wrong to shame someone who's gone through so much about their mother and with their mother, and they're happy, and they're like, oh my God, I never have to worry about this ever again. Allie, I want to straight up tell you, that woman, that's your surrogate, she's going to die someday, and she's going to die probably very soon. Because when my mom only had 5 years to attack me on the internet before she went bye-bye, before God cut her out. And thank you, Lord, for doing that. Because it is a sense of relief when an abusive parent dies. And no one can really understand that unless they've gone through what I've gone through. I'm happy I don't have to be tortured by her anymore. I'm glad I don't have to see her face or hear her voice and be triggered by it like I used to. See, everything Allie's going through, I've gone through. I've gone through it all. And I understand her, and I'm going to stand by her. I even said, if Jag doesn't leave her the fuck alone, I'm going to take Allie's side. And I did. And said, goodbye, Jaguar Right, because you're attacking someone who's been hurt way too much in their life. And it's wrong. I know how it is to be stalked. I know how it is to have evil ones come at you, to put smear campaigns on you, who make it seem like you can't even fucking breathe. I know how that is. You can't say anything, you can't do anything without being criticized by it or told that you're a liar. Fuck you for that. Every single one who tells a victim they're lying, you're a piece of shit. And you're part of the problem. You're the reason why people continue to be abused, because you don't call out the people who abuse. You call out the abused and say they're lying about it. Just because you don't have the same experience as someone else doesn't mean they're lying about their own life. I know what happened in my life. And there's nothing anyone can ever do to change that I know what happened in my life. Everyone who's been traumatized, though, they can see my trauma. Trauma knows trauma. Period. So all your bullshit lies don't work with them, because they know something happened, because they see, wow, this girl is hurting. And I saw the same thing in Allie Carter, and I see her being put down. I see them making these fucking lies up with no fucking evidence. All conjecture. All misconceived words and twisting words and just pointing the finger and saying they're lying with no fucking physical proof of the lies. They do the same thing to me. No proof. Just say it out open in the air. Let's slander a motherfucker. And it makes me angry. It makes me feel like I can't breathe. But I know one thing. I don't want to see another person go through what I've gone through. I don't want to see another child hurt by their own parents. And then their parents saying, I was a good mother. No, you weren't. No, you weren't. Because if you were a good mother, your child wouldn't hate you. Children naturally love their parents unconditionally until you push them over the edge and they like, you are evil. That's what my mother was. She was evil to me, and my siblings cover for her. She's dead now. Why are you covering for her? You know what she's done. You know what she's put you through. I got the worst of it, but she still put you through shit. But you try to point it that it was me. I was the problem. I was a child. I should have been loved. I should have been embraced. I should have been treated equally to my siblings. I shouldn't have been tortured. I shouldn't have been neglected. still angry at my mother and she's dead. That's never gonna go away. That's something that we're gonna have to deal with between God. But that surrogate of yours, Allie, your mom, she's gonna die. And good riddance. Because scummy parents shouldn't exist like that. Who just do nothing but torture their children. Now, I know there's going to be a bunch of people accusing me of that shit, but I never did that with my sons. My sons come to me in confidence and talk to me every single time they feel like they have a problem. They're adults. So leave me the fuck alone about my children, because they love their mama. You just want to make shit up. You just want to put problems on people. You don't want to help them. You don't want to make them feel better. You don't want to edify them. You're part of the problem in the world. And if you haven't been noticing what's been going on in LA, that's going to come to you soon enough through your sinning and your hate toward mankind, toward your fellow brother and sister. It's gonna come back, punch you straight in the face and break your fucking nose, and you're not even gonna be able to do anything about it. 'Cause God is the avenger. God is the avenger, and he's avenging very well for all the horrible shit Hollywood did to children. Tell me I'm lying. I bet you I'm not. I prophesized, Jason's has showed it, about what's coming next is an earthquake. And the Hollywood sign is going to topple over. Watch it. Watch it. It's going to topple over. It's going to be destroyed. And there's not going to be anything left of it. Because of what they've done to children. God already told you if you harm a little one, it would be better for you to be in Sodom and Gomorrah. But you didn't want to listen, did you? You wanted to worship your Baphomet in Hollywood. Dumb as shits. Look how you lost everything because you worship the Baphomet. And the same thing's gonna happen to you, Jaguar, right? For you having the Baphomet in the back of your neck. Because you're a sellout. How much Jay-Z give you? I see you have a new house. I see you have a new car. I see you have new furniture, new hair, new makeup, new clothes. But everything is AI, right? Liar. Liar. I was on Instagram when you told the whole world what Jay-Z did to you, and now you back out? Conveniently when Jay-Z was giving people checks. Sellout bitch. And what do? You attack Allie Carter. Attack, attack, attack. How much he pay you to attack Allie? That's what I really want to know. That's what I really want to know. Because I will not attack that girl. She's been through enough. She's been through enough. And I see it. I see the laughs mixed with crying. You can't fake that shit. Of course, I had a lot of people over the laughing I've had. I've had a lot of people say how evil I am for it. Well, you go through what I went through and see if you turn out all right and normal to the degree what you want, since you want to judge everyone over stupid petty shit instead of actually doing something that actually matters. Do you really want to go after the bad guys, or are you just going after people who's calling out the bad guys? What your purpose is? Because I see your purpose. It's trying to cause smear campaigns on truth tellers. And I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. Because you know what I'm doing with my life? I'm living my life. I'm trying to enjoy whatever life I have left. But you, what your crew does, every day you wake up. Let's see, who should we focus on to attack? Who should we focus on to attack? Who should we focus on to attack? Attack my ass, motherfuckers. Attack my ass. Every day waking up in a shitty attitude. It must be awful being in your head. The constant paranoia, trying to always look at someone as some kind of deviant when you don't even realize how deviant you are. How unloving you are. Because you ain't loving. You ain't loving. And someone should call you out when you're not loving. When you're not being a good person. When you're not being kind to someone. Someone should call you out for it. Because you're destroying lives and hurting people for your laughter. You selfish fucking pricks. You're calling people lying with no evidence to back it up other than your regular conjecture and myth-bringing that you guys like to do. The internet is a very sick place with sick minds. Half of it, I think, may be AI just being argumentative asshole mode or something like that. I don't know. But it ain't me. It ain't me. Because what I want people to do right. I want people to get off their ass and do something and actually do something that's right. That's honest. That's good intentioned. That's not meant to tear someone down. There's a lot of children right now who are missing, and none of you speak about that, but yet you want to point fingers and say, oh, that's the monster there. Let me tell you, there's a lot worse out there than me and Allie. A hell of a lot worse. A hell of a lot worse. Way worse. And you're worse than me. Those who like to attack me, you're worse than me because I don't attack you. I don't need to. I don't need to. Because you're so addicted to being angry all the time. So addicted to speculating who's being honest or not. Instead of just listening and observing and shutting your fucking mouth. I want proof over personal shit. What's really fucking sick is these same fucking people, man. Someone tells them, hey, I'm sick with this. What do? Instead of being like, oh, a decent person would be like, oh, I'm so sorry you're going through this. Is there anything I can do to help? Nah, instead they speculate. I don't believe you have what I say you don't have. You're not telling the truth about what you have. You're lying about what you have. There's no benefit to say there's something wrong with you. No, real people will be empathic toward the person who's saying, hey, I'm sick. I have a problem. Not question them if they actually have a problem. There's a reason why medical files are private. Because of people like them who just want to be in denial over everything someone says. You know they're lying when they keep changing the goalposts, though. You know they're lying when they keep trying to find one issue over another issue over why they're bothered by someone and trying to let everyone in their hate smear campaign. I've been dealing with this shit for 10 years, over 10 years now. And when I see someone going through the same thing that I've gone through, all I want to do is stick up for them. All I want to do is help them. All I want to do is edify them and tell them it's going to be okay, because these people are pieces of shit and they always will be pieces of shit, because they won't see their own fucking flaws. They refuse to. In fact, they enjoy being pieces of shit toward others, because it gives them attention and fame and money. You can't do it on your own, can you? You always have to pick on someone. It's sick. Get therapy. Get some help. Take a break from the internet. I know I have to sometimes when I get a little too heated. Take a break. Calm your ass down. Chill the fuck out. But I see people hurting this girl and trying to turn her into a liar over the shit she's gone through, and everything she said has come true. Now, Jag, you could say the same to her, but she turned. She turned. She got her check and her house, so she thinks she can be a piece of shit again. You see how money corrupts? You don't see her helping people with it. Nah. She gotta get her house, and she gotta get her car, and she gotta go and trash survivors of sex trafficking, because she has to be the only truth teller out there. It makes me wonder, though, with people like you, Jag, if Jay-Z is actually guilty. Because you're ruining other people's witnesses against him when you're doing nothing but lying about shit. Either way, you're lying. You're either lying that Jay-Z didn't do it to you or he did do it to you. Either way, you're lying. Because you said it. I heard you say it. You said he stabbed you even. But now, you never said that. Liar. Liar. Same with Gene Deal. He's a fucking liar who's backed up on his words too. But Allie Carter's story, it's never changed. And you know whose story's also never changed? Mine. But these people who attack me, their story always changes on why you must hate me. Just like they shift goalposts on why they must hate Allie Carter. Just like they shift goalposts on why they hate Amberlynn Reed, or even Foodie Beauty for that instance. Even though I don't watch her anymore, I don't want to watch her anymore, she's just bitchified. That's what she is. She's bitchified. And she can take her bitchiness somewhere else, because it's not wanted here. It's not wanted here. Your bitchiness. I don't want it. I don't need it. And yes, I have like mascara on my finger and it won't come off because it's waterproof and it's driving me nuts. But that's okay. That's not a big deal. But I'm not playing this game with people no more. This back and forth, let's start drama in your fucking life bullshit. Because it's dumb at this point. It's petty. And there's a lot more important things to discuss than things that happened 5 years ago or things you perceived that happened 5 years ago. But, you know I'm trying my best to get myself better. Are you? I'm trying to better myself every day. Are you? I don't want to do smear campaigns against people, but you do. I ain't doing that. What my focus is I'm wondering about these lost children right now. What I'm wondering about is all the evidence that's being covered up due to these fires in LA. It don't matter, though. God's going to get them at the end of the day. God's going to get them at the end of the day. These evil, repugnant, disgusting people that have no humanity left in them. I'm going to start doing something on this channel. And every time I'm online, I can't promise it's every day because, I get really sick. But I promise to try to point out a missing child on every stream I do. Because the children need us, and we need to help these children because it seems to me no one gives a damn about these kids because no one talks about all these children missing. Like, you see Amber Alert go off every once in a while. Why isn't it always going off? With the amount of children that are missing, you'd think Amber Alert would go off constantly. Constantly. 500,000 children gone. Nobody knows where they are. 500,000 children. And let's not forget these little Mexican children they hid in these cages down at the border. What did they do to the children? They said they sent them to Tennessee. That's the last we ever heard about them. What happened to those children? Start doing the right thing. If you really want to expose evil, start looking up and trying to find children. If not, I know in my heart you're complacent. You're complacent. You want children. You want more children to turn out like me and Allie. Messed up and fucked up in the head. Never being able to fully heal or recover from what we've gone through. I don't want to see a child go through that. It's wrong what people are doing to other people and trying to turn them into monsters when they're not. It's wrong. Because you're ignoring the true monsters in society. I guess you're not really after the monsters. You're after those who expose the monsters. Because probably you are one of those same monsters. I'm proud of my sons, though. They've become amazing men. Amazing men that actually care about people. You reactors and haters, smear campaign channels, on the other hand, you're teaching your children how to hate. You're teaching your children that it's not, it's good to hurt others that's already been hurt. To be bullies. And it needs to stop. It needs to stop. Because you're destroying someone's soul and spirit and trust in mankind. Me, I don't trust anyone. There's no human alive that I trust. Because I know how capable someone is to slit in your throat if they need to. If they feel like it. I know how people look at you as you're expendable. And I know how it is to not be cared for. Not to be loved. I know that. Being loved, on the other hand, is something I have a very hard time understanding because I haven't experienced it very often. So, the question is, are you going to continue to be part of the problem? Or are you actually going to be part of the solution? Where are these children? Start looking it up. Start looking up children in your area. And leave Allie alone. Because I will light a fire under your ass if you do. Know that. Because I don't want to see her tears anymore. I don't want to see her hurt anymore. She's gone through enough. She's gone through worse than I have. The level of abuse I've taken is nothing compared to hers. But I understand how it is to have a shitty fucking mother. Sucks. It sucks when you came from that body, but she doesn't love you. And people say you lie because they had good moms. You're lucky. You did. Peace and Maranatha. How the hell do you turn this off now?